Hello and thank you for tuning in. Today I felt the urge to do a little pick a card reading. So we have two cards here and the message that you're going to receive from this is what's some good vibes coming into your life. So you can pick both, you can pick one, just whatever you're feeling. This crystal here is Citrine and this crystal is Labradorite. So yeah, just take a little sec to simmer on it and figure out which one you want, or just impulsively choose. It doesn't really matter. Just pick something and we're gonna get into it. So if you chose the Labradorite, your card is the Chariot. So that's good vibes. That's exactly what we want. It's very fast forward movement. Yeah, so like if there's somewhere in your life where you've been feeling like really stagnant and you're not really seeing progress, like that is totally gonna change. Yeah, there's just gonna be like a burst of energy going towards something in your life. So let's have a look and see what that is. Got the Ace of Wands in reverse. Temperance. What have we got on the bottom? We have got the Magician on the bottom. So yeah, I feel like this Ace of Wands is telling me that you've been going through a period of like stagnation when it comes to your creativity, especially even just motivation, because the Wands are fiery energy. But I feel like this period of being unmotivated has really been essential for you to actually move forward, because we can't be moving forward all the time. Like, we do need to take time to rest, and sometimes if we don't rest, then life will just make that happen for us, which doesn't always feel very good. So you could have also been just going through like a not so fun period lately. But with the Magician, this is all about manifestation and having everything in front of you to move forward. Temperance is about balance. So I feel like this is kind of reinforcing that message of, you know, you can't have the quiet without the forward motion. I don't know if that really made sense, but you know what I mean. Like, you need a balance between rest and movement. So I think that you're actually coming out of this and you're coming out feeling a lot better as well. I think that the way that you were approaching things in the past, like especially if you feel like the universe kind of pushed you into a period of like self-reflection, I think that this time might have been very like, oh, woe is me, you know, feeling very down on yourself, which is totally understandable, and we have to be like that sometimes. But I think that it's really helped you to see things a lot clearer, and it's helped you to kind of move forward clearer. It just feels like there's a weight gone. So like whatever you needed to let go of in this quiet time, I really think that you have. And I think that there's like this feeling of, oh, I don't know if I should move forward because like what if the past is going to happen again, or like what if I just do the same thing again, or you know, something like that. There's this fear of moving forward, but I really think that as you move forward, because you either are about to or you already have been taking steps to, with these little baby steps, you're going to be like, oh, that wasn't so hard. Like, old me wouldn't have done that. So, you know, just take things as they come. Got the Three of Cups in reverse here. I feel like this is kind of, how do I put it? Like, this is to do with socializing, right? So we've got the Three of Cups here. All the three mermaids are there having a silly little time. But in reverse, I'm feeling like there's just like, you know, not being on the same page with people, or maybe even having to like move forward from connections And this is giving kind of like a dark night of the soul vibe, if I'm gonna be completely honest. It just feels like there's some sort of like falling out maybe, or multiple falling outs, or just like during this reflection you've kind of gone, okay, like I just can't, like, you know, whatever has been going on, like it's just not working for me. I can't take it forward. But then you kind of get to a point where you're like, well, where do I go then? Like if I've cut all these things, habits, people, whatever out, and then all you're left with is kind of yourself and your thoughts, and that's kind of where the healing happens, but it isn't fun. It's kind of like rough. So like you're really coming out of that. Like I really see that. I genuinely look at this and I'm like, this is in the past. This is just indicating like what's happened. Let's just get some more. Got the Four of Swords. That's a really pretty card. I don't know if that is focusing. Sorry if you can hear snoring in the background as well. It's just my dogs. Yeah, this is like meditation, rest. This is basically what I was saying about that like reflection period. Some things weren't working, you got rid of them, you cut them out, but then it's like, okay, well, I've got rid of these things, what do I do now? And then that can kind of leave you feeling a little bit stuck in a way, because you're like, well, I don't know what to do. Like, what the hell ante? You know what I mean? But this period where you're just left with yourself and you're forced to think about things, it's coming to an end. What do we got here? Wheel of Fortune. Hell yeah. That's juicy. You know, need I say more? Wheel of Fortune is like good things, success, things going in your way. Not going your way, like going in your favor, you know what I mean? So, you know, when we are in this energy sometimes where we're a bit like ruminating, thinking about things a lot, not really seeing forward movement, not really seeing progress. It's like we're doing all the things, you know, you're rectifying the habits, making all the changes, but there's nothing new coming in, and you're like, what is the point? You know, like that's kind of like the vibe that I'm getting from this. You just kind of go, I don't really know, like, what the hell I'm doing. I know that I'm doing the healthy things, I know I'm doing the right things for myself, but like, what the fuck is next? So no other way to put it. But just trust, like your hard work is going to be rewarded. Like you're finally gonna get to that point where you're like, oh my god, it was worth it. And this is not to discount like any shitty experiences, because you have to call a spade a spade. Sometimes shit things are shit, but it does come to a point where you know, you've gone through all the shitty things and you've done the work, and you're just kind of like, okay, well, I can kind of see why that had to happen, because I wouldn't be who I am today, and I wouldn't really have like I'm getting like environment, like just I wouldn't have what's around me, like whether that's like opportunities or the clean slate or whatever. I wouldn't have that around me had I have not, you know, moved forward. I'm just gonna get one more, because this is just good vibes. We love that for you. Just gonna pull one from this oracle just to round off. Focus. So your attention is currency. And what is that saying? Like not what you reap is what you sow. It's like your attention, man, I can't remember what the actual saying is, but it's basically like whatever you focus on is your reality. You create your reality. That's probably like the right thing, right? So like, don't worry about this past thing. Don't, like, I know it's like easier said than done, but I just get this feeling of like baby steps. Like, as you keep making little baby steps towards the things that you want, you're gonna actually see the progress in that. You don't really need to rush forward. Like, even though we got the Chariot here, like, things are gonna come to you anyway. Like, it's gonna be quite effortless. So you just need to give yourself some grace and just, you know, move forward, even if it's little bits at a time. But the universe is just bringing it to you on a silver platter. It's like, hey, here's the thing. So just focus on the positive. Like, sometimes you need to think about the best case scenario instead of being like, oh my god, like, what if this happens and then everything's terrible and then I have to, I don't know, come back to where I started or have to do something all over again. Don't think like that. Like, focus on the good things. You see this eye, and then we've got, I'm assuming that's some sort of like planet or world, but it's like surrounded by a heart. So like, focus on the things that make you happy, and it's a future that makes you happy as well. And you know, anything that doesn't work out, like, that's just less that you need to worry about, you know, like, that's, you got nothing to lose. So yeah, I hope that that helped, and I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in another video maybe. Hello, if you picked the Citrine, then this is your card. So we have the Six of Pentacles, which is sweet, sweet little vibes. Sharing is caring. Yeah, there's just something here about like, just like involving people. I don't know, this is just kind of, I'm just gonna get another one to kind of dive into this one. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, patience. This is just giving like flowy energy. What have we got on the bottom of the deck? Four of Pentacles. Okay, Pentacles. So this is definitely involving your shmoney, which makes sense because we've got the citrine crystal here. Basically, I'm feeling, this feels like you're coming out of a period of particularly financial instability. Maybe you haven't been like super financially unstable, others maybe yes, but like it just feels like there's more stability coming in. You can kind of let your hair down a little bit more, you can chill, you can have fun and socialize, not really like worry too much about like paying things off or will I have enough for this or that. It just feels like a settling kind of period. The Knight of Pentacles, I think I want more on this one because this is talking about like patience and things paying off over time. I obviously feel that for like your finances and stuff. This could also in general have to do with opportunities just in general. Oh, by the way, also sorry if you can hear some snoring, it's just my dogs. But yeah, I feel like this Knight of Pentacles, there's something else. I feel like there's something else. So what have we got? Got the Knight of Swords. Yeah, you need to chill. The Knight of Swords can be really like impulsive and like, I'm gonna do this thing right now. And then we've got the energy of the Knight of Pentacles here, which is very like, calm down, like chill. What is this about? The Hermit. Okay. So with the Hermit, I have definitely been in a hermit mode myself lately. This is about like not ripping off the band-aid. Like if you relate to being a bit of a hermit, and yeah, just being a lot more to yourself lately, these cards are basically just giving you a little bit of advice on like how to approach exiting hermit mode. It doesn't have to be like an overnight thing. You don't need to go from 0 to 100. It's just more about like finding balance between, you know, being social and having your own time. And I think that this hermit mode that you've been in has really helped you to understand yourself more and to establish, you know, what kind of time you need for yourself. So yeah, I definitely see more socializing coming in. Like this, that's like the first vibe that I got from this Six of Pentacles card, was just this like, you know, working with other people kind of vibe. It doesn't have to be work, even though it's Pentacles, like there is like a level of socializing here. I think there's two things coming up. There's like, you know, you're gonna be G when it comes to money, but then also your social life is going to be revitalized as well. So what more have we got? What good vibes have we got? We got the Lovers. So self-explanatory, right? The Lovers is a choice, but it's like alignment. It's like two things coming together that resonate. And like I really feel like this has more to do with these cards here. I've got the Hermit, the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles. If you find yourself, of course, like I was saying, with the socializing, but also romantically, like you don't need to rush things. And like, you know, anyone that's aligned is gonna be patient, you know. But this is you also being patient with life too. Maybe you learning some patience as well, like learning how to pace things. Then yeah, there's just a thing about pacing here, whether or not it's to do with the Lovers card. But yeah, good juju. We got the Lovers, and we got like this. Yeah, just feels like a time of coming out of just a lot of time with yourself. And I think there was a similar message with the other pile, or the other card. Yeah, just like coming out of stagnancy, but just really being patient with yourself. We have the Fool. Slay. I hate that I say that. Like, I say it unironically now, because I started saying it as a joke, but then it just became a part of my vocabulary, and it's really annoying, so sorry about that. But the Fool, this reading, I honestly was kind of feeling this before I was pulling the cards, but like, this feels like when it's a really hot summer day, like you've been working all day, or you've been like, I don't know, in a car driving with no air cons working all day, and you are dying. Like hot, sweaty, exhausted, but then you get to a body of water and you just jump the fuck in and you're like, oh my god, I'm fixed. So like I really just feel like this is just a completely new chapter in your life. Like we all go through new chapters and like deaths and rebirths and stuff like that. So that's just like normal. You know, you can change like every week if you want to. Like there's little, we're always growing and stuff, but this feels like a very major thing in your life, like a big cycle. like a big turning point. This isn't like, oh, I'm going to take a little detour. This is like, I'm going to another state. I'm getting in the plane. I don't know if I'm making any sense. But yeah, this is huge. Coming out of hermit mode, interacting, new opportunities, especially with your money. Like, it just feels like freedom, like relief, freedom. This huge weight that's been on your shoulders. Finally getting some clarity. And then we've got the devil. I feel like this devil card is like similar to what I was saying in like the last, like the pile with the Labradorite. This is about, you know, taking, how do I put it? As you're taking steps forward, you're gonna feel fear of the past. You know, maybe this thing's gonna happen again. Maybe I'm gonna do this thing again. Maybe, you know, anything. There's this fear of the past that maybe is even like holding you back from like jumping into the ocean and getting that relief, you know. But honestly, the contrast here. Look at these two cards. When you sit them together, this is a sad, sad little time. This is a happy, silly, fun time. So, like, this is over. For real. Sure, it may linger in the back of our minds, but I really feel like this is over. This is a good reading, right? The question we are asking here is, what good is coming into your life? What good vibes are happening? And this just feels like, actually, yeah, the devil is about addictions as well, things that keep us tied, whether that's like states of mind, you know, substances, habits, things that kind of make us feel safe even though they're not really good for us. You know, even getting rid of those things, which I feel like this is what it's highlighting here. It's saying like there are things that you've healed that you're not really going to go back to, and you're finally going to see the contrast between what you've been through and what's coming in. And again, this just feels like such a heavy thing that's been lifted or being lifted off of you, and you can really look up into the future in a more like yeah, positive way. I've just pulled the Three of Cups in reverse, which I actually pulled for the other group. So yeah, there must be some sort of interlinked vibe here. But the Three of Cups, what I'm feeling from this card is like, you know, things not going well with people, you know, maybe not seeing eye to eye, having falling outs, you know, losing connections, getting rid of connections, whatever, like just things kind of not going well in the past. But this is coming up right now, like in this reading, to highlight that that's not what's happening. That's not what's happening. We've literally got the Lovers here, and then we have, yeah, that Six of Pentacles card. You need to be patient with yourself, because like you don't really go from 0 to 100 when you go through like a big thing like this. There's no need. Even though I'm talking about like jumping into the ocean and feeling relief, that's just like a metaphorical thing. It doesn't have to be like ripping off a band-aid. You can slowly ease into things and slowly see the progress that you've made. Like, you don't need to rush you know, into anything. But yeah, I hope I'm making sense here. I'm going to pull one more, and then I'm going to pull one from the Oracle. We've got the Moon in reverse. So yeah, whenever I see the Moon, the universe is setting up some surprises for you. And the moon, when it comes up, it's like no matter how many times you ask the card something, or you try to figure things out in your mind, like, you're not gonna know, because the universe is hiding it from you, because it's a little surprise. It's a little juicy surprise. So just try not to be too in your head about, like, oh my god, like, what do I do? Like, how do I go about things? How do I step forward? How do I, you know, how do I do anything? Like, don't worry about the how. Like, it's just gonna happen. And also with the moon, it's not a time to, again, rush, like what we're saying with patience and everything like that. When the moon is out, it's dark. You can't fully see what's ahead in front of you, so you don't need to rush. Like, just feel it out. Like, just turn your phone light on and just walk to what's in front of you. You don't need to run off into the forest because you'll hit a tree. Like, so yeah, just be a little bit nicer to yourself. But yeah, there's some juicy good things coming. What do we got here from the Oracle? We've got end of cycle. Usually I read these cards just upright, but with it being in the reverse, like, I think that this is just a little indication of how you might be hesitating a little bit, because obviously end of cycle in reverse, I'm feeling like there's this kind of conflict of like, is it the end of the cycle? Is everything just gonna be like this forever? It's not. I literally, like, I can't believe that that's like the Oracle card that I pulled to end this as well, because I was saying, you heard me, I was saying, I reckon that this is like a really big, I think I literally said end of cycle for you. There we go. You've shifted something. It's gone. But be nice to yourself. You don't need to, you know, be running around with a blindfold on because the moon's out. Like, you don't know what's in front of you, and you're not going to know until it's in front of you. So, you know, just do things at your own pace. Be nice to yourself. But there is good stuff coming in. Like, so much good stuff. You're going to see, like, what is it? Like, reap the rewards. That's what I'm trying to say. So I hope that this helped, and I hope you enjoy whatever all this is, and I might see you in another video.